Yo, what's good? So I realized I've had the Canon R5 pretty much since it's been released, and I haven't made an update video or a video in general talking about the features that I enjoy. It has been my primary camera for all the content that I create, so I feel it's only right that I talk about some of those features. So I want to talk about a few features that has made me keep it as my main camera, as well as a couple honorable mentions. Undoubtedly, one of the main features that I love with the Canon R5 is the 4K HQ mode. It just looks so good. What 4K HQ is 8K downscaled to 4K, and the perk of this is that you don't have to deal with the large file sizes of 8K footage and also the burdens of trying to edit 8K footage. While you're in this mode, you can only record up to 30 frames per second, so if I want to do 4K 60 or 4K 120, I have to disable it. And it would be nice if the 4K HQ carried over into the 60 and 120 frames, because honestly, the standard 4K on the R5 isn't all that amazing. You know, it gets the job done, but you can definitely tell the difference. The second feature on my list is the stabilization. So with the R5, you get 5-axis in-body image stabilization. You combine this with a lens that also has stabilization, and handheld footage can almost look like it was filmed on a tripod. And this is great for a lot of situations, but it's bittersweet because there are times where this can work against you. So let me put it this way. If you want your footage to be stable, then the IBIS works great. But if you want a little bit of camera motion and not have it be jittery, then you may run into some issues. When the IBIS is on, it does this thing where if it's too quick of a motion, it kind of jerks. That's the best way I could describe it. And for me, sometimes it can make that portion of the footage unusable, but that is subjective because there is people who wouldn't notice it or don't mind it. But I think it's the fact that I do notice it that it is an issue. But I will say that I've gotten pretty good at handling the camera to where I can prevent it from happening as much. Another point to mention with the stabilization is if I'm vlogging on the 17 to 40mm and I go wide, you will see some wobble on the edges of the frame. And this wobble can really be distracting and definitely ruin some shots for me. So a way to combat this is to turn off the IBIS or to zoom in. You know, the more you zoom in, the less noticeable it becomes. But let me go back, because the stabilization is a positive feature for me, because when I need stable footage, it works. The next feature I want to talk about is just the fact that this is a great hybrid camera. And I guess that's not really a feature, but this is the camera that I use for both videos and photos. It's about a 45 megapixel sensor, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too knowledgeable on the photography specs of the camera. What's important to me is that it works, and it works really well. So I can go out with a single camera, get some fire footage, switch modes, and get some crispy photos. And to me, this is an underrated perk because you don't really know the hassle of carrying around two cameras until you have to do it all the time. So this works great for me. So a couple honorable mentions, one being the autofocus. The autofocus is great. The eye detection is great, and it's something that I can really rely on. Especially filming these shots where I'm sitting here talking to the camera, I'm confident that the autofocus isn't gonna lose me in the middle of me speaking. My last honorable mention is just the fact that it's full frame. I prefer full frame over crop sensor, and the fact that I can record up to 8K in full frame is crazy. You know, I haven't recorded that much 8K footage, but whenever I need to, it's there. But yeah, I just wanted to go through a few of the top features. This is currently the only camera that I own, and when I decide to switch cameras or buy another one, y'all will be the first to know. But that's gonna do it for this one, so if y'all enjoy it, go ahead and drop it a like, jump down in the comments, let me know what y'all think, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It only takes a second, and I will see y'all real soon in my next one. Peace.